Hi everybody, welcome back to my Fleatale finds. So this is the next tray that I'm going through out of many trays that I purchased from an antique collector. This is my white, gray, silver, agate, semi-precious tray. This is how we divided them. So let's jump in. I'm going to show you first this unbelievable Victorian bracelet. So this has malachite, quartz, carnelian,
banded agate.
Where's the, oh, here's the banded agate. This just has to be, needs a little repair.
Yeah.
And this is Victorian. Then I'm going to show you another one.
And probably Scottish, would you say? Is this from Scotland?
Yes, okay. I'm going to go into that. And then this is also another example. A lot of the same things. There's the malachite, the banded agate, the carnelian. What do you know what the green would be in this one?
Some type of agate, but I don't know what it's called.
So one of the reasons why these became so popular during the Victorian era is because Queen Victoria had taken a vacation to Scotland, and she ended up purchasing a castle there called Balmoral, and that sort of set the stage for Scottish jewelry. And these are pieces that would have come from the time that she was there. Aren't they just incredible? Another thing that you would find in the Scottish jewelry is, and you'll find shields and Celtic items, is you'll find yellow stones. I don't have an example here, but they're called cairngorms, and they look like citrines. But that's another item that's very popular of her time there. Now, these are called feldspar. Would you like to talk about these?
Well, these are also Victorian. These are pretty rare, these earrings. I have seen them, but they don't come around too often. You can see the way that the light is kind of thrown around almost from within the stone, like a moonstone or even an opal. But these are feldspar, and as I said, they are Victorian. That changing of light within the stone is actually called chatoyancy. So these are chatoyant. And along with these earrings, there are also 2 feldspar necklaces.
Wow. Again,
also from the Victorian era.
Really spectacular.
Yeah.
Then, speaking of Victorian, these are called lava cameos, and they're actually lava from a volcano. And this is an example of 2 of them that are not put in nice and smooth, that are not put in bezels. They're not set yet. I don't know if you can see all of the detail.
They'd be great as earrings to put like a thin gold bezel with just a hook.
They sure would.
And
that detail.
Here's another piece of exceptional lava cameo jewelry.
From a different tray.
From a different, but along the same, lines of color. They're cherubs playing instruments.
Wow.
You've got one on a horn, a flute. I don't know what that's called. It's like a harmonica. That looks like a little string instrument, a harp, and another little horn. But they're all different from one another and just exceptionally carved. Just beautiful.
Wow.
Very dimensional.
And what did you say they're set in?
I believe it's 9-karat gold.
Wow. Unbelievable. Thank you. Then there is this necklace, which looks as though it's semi-precious. I'm not really sure of the stone, but they're the same millimeter. And then there's this very interesting center piece. on kind of both ends.
And that may be contemporary, I don't know.
Very interesting looking. Then here's a very deco, would you say?
Yeah.
To me, this is so Miami Beach, with the palm trees accented with rhinestones, and this lovely cabochon representing the moon. Just so of the period. And this wonderful art glass necklace. Just look at all of the detail that's in here. All of this glass, everything in these wonderful bead caps, gold tone. Then there's this lovely filigree
Articulated fish. That to me looks
see how he
Chinese.
moves.
And his mouth opens, I noticed. Yeah, it's got a little latch here. And you can open that up, and
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure what he would have held, but something secret.
You're right.
And another fish, but this one is completely enameled, also articulated.
Very nice. Such attention to all of the detail. Then here is a Trifari poured glass necklace. Nice movement to it. Interesting design. Very popular. Here is, these also have sort of a Haskell look to them. Then here is a very tiny micro mosaic. This is from Italy. I don't know if you can see all of the detail. All of these tiny little pieces are all glass.
And it looks like a waterfall on a mountainside to me. There's a little building, columned building at the top.
That is just incredible how much detail they were able to fit into this small space.
Yeah.
Then here is a silver charm bracelet with very interesting, all about knights and sort of royalty and just heraldic, very interesting. Then here's a very interesting as well, Drusy Quartz, and this is older. I know they make a lot of more contemporary Drusy Quartz pieces, but this one is more, this is vintage, and a little piece of agate over here with set in a sterling silver. And then lastly, there's this wonderful sterling pin. When would you say this was made?
That looks to me to be Art Deco, so it's probably 20s or 30s.
Just so appealing looking.
I don't know if you...
Oh.
The little sparrow.
And then here's a little sparrow in a, looks like he's in his nest. And just really nice detail to him.
Also sterling.
As well, in sterling silver. So thank you for joining us, going over our tray, and we look forward to seeing you with our next group of Fleatale finds.